We do what we want, when we want, where we want, and I want that for each and every one of you.
Welcome to the Icon Coaching Mastermind session with Shanko Koska.
Hello and welcome, everyone. How are we doing today?
Good. Thank you.
Fantastic. Clarence, I'm glad to hear that, bud. I'm going to let some other people in from the waiting room, and I'm going to kind of shift here. I'm traveling today. I'm in San Diego at my beach house here, and right on Mission Beach, enjoying it. And so I've got a little lighting issue here, but I'm going to sit right here. I think it's going to be a lot better. So forgive my appearance. I'm just relaxed today and just spending time with family. And I trust you guys are doing something similar. Yet no suit and tie today. In fact, I kind of gave that up back in 2020 when COVID began, and just relaxing, having fun. All right, Rob Daniel, I see you're here. How you doing, bud? Actually, that's Day, I think. Day, how are you? All right, we've got a small group today. I think, see, most realtors, they turn into pumpkins on October 31st, don't they? They stop working. They just give it all up. And while I'm traveling and I'm still working, I love doing what I get to do, guys. It's my purpose. It's my why. I just love to help people improve their production, their trajectory, their income, to live the life they want to live in the houses they want to live in, and drive the cars they want to drive. So that's what I'm all about. So I see Jack Ty, you just showed up. Welcome, bud.
I'll see you 3 times today.
3 times today. Yes, sir. So right after this, we're going to have a one-on-one coaching session. I'm excited. It'll be good. Right on. So Jack Ty and his wife Ann, they are like the Asian Ken and Barbie. Okay. So they're the couple that people want to be. And I love that. So way to go, Jack. And Jack is an implementer. He's a doer. He gets into action. And as a direct result, he gets results. So gang, I didn't show up today with an agenda. I'm traveling with my family. We're just relaxing. We're having fun. In fact, we don't even have return tickets booked because of the power of the EXP model. So we do what we want, when we want, where we want. And I want that for each and every one of you. I believe you deserve that. Everybody, do me a favor. Just kind of tap yourself on the chest right here. Just say, I deserve that. Come on. I deserve that. You all deserve that. There's no doubt about that. So again, I didn't show up with an agenda today, yet I want to talk about whatever you choose to talk about. Yet at the same time, I want to kind of lean the conversation toward leverage. See, leverage is the one thing that's going to bring you beyond your current level of production up to a much higher level of production. See, smart people in business, they recognize that without leverage, they live an average life. And by the way, I don't think you went to your significant other and said, hey, why don't we get married? We're going to live an average life. We're going to drive average cars. We're going to have an average dog. We're going to have average kids. I don't think anybody thinks that way. I think we want an extraordinary life. And that's what this call today is going to be about. And yet, without leverage, we can't do it. See, individuals who achieve a high level of income, and I know we need income. Money's good for the good it can do, right? It's not all about money, yet at the same time, when you have a lot of money, it makes a lot of things easier and many things unnecessary. I think you would agree with that. So let's talk about how to make money today through leverage. Now, there's 4 categories of leverage. It's models, systems, technology, and people. So who on the call today has started a team or thought about starting a team? Talk to me. All right. So those of you who have started a team, what was your first key hire? Talk to me.
I'll start. So we hired an assistant, but I don't think we are properly leveraging and using her to the maximum capacity. A lot of times we don't know what we should be assigning her to do, actually, like especially during the downtime.
Gotcha. All right, Clarence. So administrative support, do they do transaction coordination for you?
We have a separate transaction coordinator that does our TC stuff.
Okay.
She does most of our admin work as far as like writing out mailers, organizing events for us, especially when we have lunch and learns. She does a lot of EDDM marketing. She does all of our flyers, flyer creation. but a lot of that stuff, we don't have a consistent workflow for her. So there's a lot of downtime too.
Gotcha. So the challenge is we don't know what we don't know. I think you would agree with that.
Yes.
In fact, everybody, tell me something you don't know. You can't do it, right? Because we don't know what we don't know. So it does require some strategic thought time. Now, I want you to think about your 80% work versus your 20% work. And Clarence, it sounds like you're on top of that, right? You recognize that there are certain things that must be done in real estate sales, and yet they don't move the needle for your production, your profit. See, there's 5 things that are going to move that needle. Okay, gang, it's practice, it's lead gen, lead follow-up, going on appointments, negotiating contracts. And those of you who can give an inordinate amount of your time to those 5 things, you're the ones that are going to absolutely crush it in real estate. I mean, I've taken people from 10 million in production to over 200 million inside of 18 months because they're implementers, they're doers, they've got clarity. And I think clarity is the goal. And yet, how many of you have a rock solid business plan for 2024? Anyone? Raise your hand if you think you have a rock solid business plan for 2024. If you don't, now is the time. You see, what we do today doesn't show up tomorrow. It's going to show up in about 60 days. So if you're not working your 2024 business plan right now, gang, you're already behind the 8 ball. You understand? So it's time to make that happen. And I would encourage you, the easiest way to do that would be to engage with Accelerated Breakthrough. It's a very simple program. It's 1 hour a week. It's 16 weeks in a row. Many of you, I see familiar faces. You've been through the program. And yet in session 13, we talked through the business planning methodology and or engage with a mentor, a friend, somebody who's going to hold you accountable and help you make sure that this business plan is implemented. At the highest level, it would be that of a coach. And we got great coaches here at Icon Coaching. If you guys are looking for that one-on-one relationship, that accountability, that collaboration, that business plan, we can help you get there in a relatively short period of time. So I'd encourage you to check that out. Yet, I'm just curious, did anybody bring a question to the call today, a challenge to the call today that we can mastermind around? Because this is a true mastermind where I don't want to talk the whole time. Guys, I want you to add value. I want you to ask questions. I want you to share your experiences. See, all of us are smarter than one of us. That's for sure. So Jack, go ahead.
I'm very fortunate to be working with Lance and Clarence. Clarence is actually the branch manager for one of our locations here. I think we run into the same similar situation where we're selling homes, where we're building the team, where we're doing agent attraction. And but this is one question that I want to ask is about money management. Like how much reserve or where should we be so that we know how much to invest into who and what, like what you said, system, people, technology.
Great question, Jack. I will tell you my personal experience. Okay, I am not a financial planner, so please take this in the spirit that I mean it. Yet I always look to have at least 1 year of reserves in my account. Okay, what does it cost you per month to live? And have at least 12 months of reserves in that account. And until then, I wouldn't make any large purchases, if this makes sense, guys. I just get to the position where you feel comfortable, where you're not stressed about finances or money or anything like that. Like I shared with you, Jack, on our previous mastermind that we just did, that I'm out in our house in San Diego right now. I live in Austin, yet we've got a beach house here in San Diego, right on Mission Beach, and thanks to the way that we've managed our money, we can stay here for the next several years if we wanted to, if we choose to, right? Yet, I've got a daughter who's 13 years old. She's a level 10 gymnast, and she's got a great gym in Austin. So, of course, we're going to fly back so she can go get that training and prepare for her competitions that are coming up in January and February. Yet, the bottom line is we could do that. And it's all based on being good stewards of money, guys. Many agents that I know, they spend the commission before the deal even closes. You guys with me on this? And by the way, I've been there. I have been there. I've spent the money before the deal closed, and it sucks. Where you're living deal to deal, transaction to transaction. You wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're stressed the heck out because you don't know where your next check's coming from. And there's an easier way, that's for sure. To me, the simple exit strategy from all that anxiety, stress, worry, staying away from victim mentality, complaining, blaming, judging, it all, from me, it stems from the EXP model. It truly does. It's one of the easiest things I've ever done, and yet it's created the most freedom that I've ever had in my life, where I've made millions of dollars, gang, millions. I've sold over 4,000 homes. I started KW Maps, Coaching Maps, business training. My last year's bonus there was $4.25 million. I mean, I have made millions and millions of dollars, yet I was consistently beholden to something or someone else in order to earn the money. And I know you can all relate to that because you're beholden to sending out your e-newsletter, your marketing pieces, your direct mail. You're beholden to following up with your past clients and current clients and showing houses and listing homes and all of that. Yet the bottom line is that when you join EXP and you attract agents to align with you, guys, everything in life becomes easier and so many things become unnecessary. This is the exit strategy, if you ask me. Now, how many of you guys with EXP currently? Show me your hands if you are. All right, many of us, no doubt about that. Yet, if you want to eliminate the day-to-day beholden activities that you're currently forced to do, there's an easy way out. There truly is. And here at Icon Coaching, we're going to help you build that and just create that residual, that passive income through the production of others. So I want to talk again today about leverage. Okay, so it's model, systems, technology, and people. Okay, EXP model, in my opinion, is the best model. I mean, I've been with Remax, I went independent, I was Keller Williams, I investigated Sotheby's, Compass, C21. There is no better model, in my humble opinion. Okay, you are paid directly based on the production of others. See, smart people in business who achieve extraordinary levels of success financially, well, they apply leverage to their business models. Those who achieve an average or even below average level of income, well, they're being leveraged. And many of you that are not with EXP, well, you're currently being leveraged. And to me, that doesn't feel good. I don't like that feeling of being leveraged. Like when I joined real estate, I was 20 years old. I joined Remax and I made Dave Liniger a mountain of money. I was consistently top 100 internationally within their organization, yet I never received any stock, equity, ownership. When I got an agent to join Remax, they gave me a $50 gift card. Yay. That's exciting. Yet the bottom line is joining EXP, thanks to EXP, I could have retired after being with the organization for about 14 months. And I love what I get to do, you guys. So I am never going to retire. Yet this is the only thing I found that has increased my freedom and my income at exactly the same time. So again, if you're open-minded to it, just reach out to me. It's Sean at iconcoaching.com. It's SHON at iconcoaching.com. And Clarence, good to see you again, bud. I see your hand is up. Thanks for being patient. Take it away.
No. It was accident.
Oh, gotcha. All right. All good things. So again, I want to talk to you today about leverage. I want to talk about your sales production and how you can increase that by leveraging model, systems, technology, and people. Okay. Number one, the smart agent is going to leverage off the what I call 80% work, right? This is all the things that need to be done, but it doesn't improve your production. So they're going to focus on scripting, practice, lead generation, lead follow-up, negotiating contracts, and of course, appointments. So with that said, the first three things, these are AM activities, gang. See, your willpower is as high as it's going to get first thing in the morning. I think you would agree with that. It's kind of like the battery life on your cell phone. Like the more you're using your phone, the more complex the task is that the phone is doing, well, the faster the battery drains. And you and I are no different. And when our battery is drained, well, we go back to our default settings, which is, well, I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do it next week. And we become procrastinators, okay? So AM activities, practice, lead gen, lead follow-up. That's it. Do not schedule, final walkthroughs. home inspections, or even closings in the AM hours of the day. The AM hours of the day are for those three things: practice, lead gen, lead follow-up. And when you do that, you're going to consistently see an uptick in your business. Okay, it's like snowball effect, right? I mean, the more past clients you have, the more referrals you're going to get. There's no doubt about that. So let's talk about lead gen just for a moment. And how can we leverage that off? See, you can make just so many calls a day personally. Now, the good news is you can leverage that off. In fact, I've invested about $250,000 into what I call CAI. I think I mentioned this last week. I don't know, I do so many calls, yet CAI is conversational artificial intelligence. And we did a test Friday before last. We did 500 dials inside of 7 minutes. It created 122 conversations and it set 8 appointments. And if you guys are open-minded to this new technology, recognize that change is inevitable, yet growth is optional. And if you choose to grow with this technology, then I want you to send an email to my, what I call CIO, Chief Implementation Officer. Okay, his name is Sean Policino, and it's Sean at iconcoaching.com. It's SEAN at iconcoaching.com. He's got a group call coming up where he's going to educate you and show you how you could implement CAI technology for less than the cost of a virtual assistant ISA. See, it's 11 cents a minute, guys. There's a monthly fee. We've got several different platforms. It's a do-it-yourself where you program your own CAI, which I don't recommend. It's a lot of work. We've been working on this for months. Yet the second is do it with you, and there's a different fee for that, and there's a do it for you, which most agents are engaging with. The do it for you platform, where we download your lists, we have the CAI agent call for you, and it sets appointment. It links right to your Calendly link, or maybe use Schedule Once or Acuity or whatever you use. It's going to link right to your schedule, and you're going to be notified via email and text that you've got a new appointment. It'll call for sale by owners. It'll call expired listings. It will do circle prospecting. If you happen to be with me here at EXP, it'll even call agents to set appointments to talk about joining EXP. So however you choose to do this, gang, I just encourage you to embrace this new technology. It's so big. It's the biggest lever that I've ever discovered. This is something I've been praying for the last 32 years in this industry, is something that would actually call for me. Now, to rewind the tape a little bit, back in 1998, I found a company called Arch Telecom, and I hired them to build a server for me that had 8 phone lines. It had 8 modems in essence inside of the server, and I had to get the telephone company to come out and put in 8 phone lines into one jack. Okay, and imagine back in those days there was 8 actual phone lines that plugged into the back of the server. Okay, like phone lines. And then I would upload the call list. Like, for example, Woodland Valley, there's about 1,100 homes. And I uploaded every phone number into the server. I recorded my voice once, and it would call looking for people who didn't answer their phone. So we made sure that the caller ID said unavailable or spam risk or whatever the case is. And so since it said unavailable, a lot of people just ignored it. That's what we wanted. So we were able to leave voicemails for people explaining that we have a buyer for the Woodland Valley area. Here's what they're looking for. I've shown them everything on the market. We have not been able to identify the right property. Are you thinking about selling your house? If so, pick up the phone, give me a call back at this number. Guys, I would get 7, 8 phone calls a day. Some were pissed off. I get that. Yet others were like, hey, I'm thinking about selling my house and you've got a buyer. And so it gave me the opportunity to list the property. See, the bottom line is, if you want more appointments, and I know you do, all you need to do is create more conversations. Gang, that's it. Create more conversations. And how do you do that? The amount of time that you have is finite. There's no doubt about that. Yet if you can leverage that out, whether it's through an ISA or it's through some technology platform, like here's another example. And by the way, that became so much more efficient through slybroadcast.com. That's Sierra Lima Charlie broadcast.com. Sierra Lima Yankee, slybroadcast.com. Sorry about that. You just record your voicemail one time. You upload the phone numbers. And for 3.5 cents per voicemail, gang, you can drop 1,000 voicemails that fast. Seriously, in the next 5 minutes, you can do this for $35. 1,000 voicemails. So you got a buyer for a certain neighborhood? Well, grab the data from RedX or LandVoice or Espresso Agent. I mean, there's 100 different companies you can get that data from, that neighborhood data, and then upload your voicemail one time. Click the button. Within the next 30 seconds, everybody gets that voicemail. Their phone doesn't even ring these days. So it just says missed call, and there's your voicemail. So gang, my question is, why aren't you in action? Or maybe you are. And if you are, tell me about your action. I want to hear about it today. Come on, somebody talk to me. Lance.
Yes. So yeah, I really like the idea of like collect all the phone number of all the property around where I live. I have a question. So should I reach out to title company to collect those phone number, the owner?
Yeah, there's several leverage points that you can take advantage of. Definitely title company would give that to you. The mortgage company will give that to you. See, they want to earn your business, so they're going to bend over backward to give you that data. Now, you could just simply sign up for LandVoice or RedX. And like LandVoice has a neighborhood search tool, for example, that is all geo-based. So you plug in an address and it shows the map, and then you just drop your pins. And once you've created your box, your square, or your pentagram, whatever it is, it's going to give you all the phone numbers within seconds of everybody who lives in that area. It'll give it to you in CSV format. You simply copy the phone numbers, you upload it to Slide Broadcast, you record your voicemail one time, and you click send. It's creating conversations for you. Now, this is a voicemail. Now, see, 55% of our ability to influence people and truly connect with them, well, it's body language, right? It's the raise of your eyebrows, the smile on your face, it's the use of your hands and things like that. So if they can't see you, 55% of our ability to persuade them is out the window. Now, 38% of our ability to persuade them is based on voice volume, pitch, inflection, use of pause. 7% is the words that we use. And while text broadcast can work, it's not nearly as effective as voicemail broadcast. Ideally, they'll see you, they'll hear you, and they'll hear the words that you're using. So 45% of your ability to influence them can be leveraged through Slide Broadcast. Now, with our CAI agent, okay, so it's again, conversational artificial intelligence. They will contact people for you. And the script, it starts like this. Hi, this is Andrew Tripodi. I happen to be with XYZ Real Estate Company, and I'm not a live person. I'm an artificial intelligence agent for Sean Kokoska, and I'm wondering, do you have just 2 minutes for a quick conversation? Now, a lot of people are intrigued by this. They're curious about this. So yeah, they say, yes, I'll have a quick conversation. And it leads in with whatever script you design it for. It's got a knowledge base. In fact, I had a 45-minute conversation with it week before last. And in the middle of our conversation, I just said, what is 254 times 97? And it answered the question. Oh, smart question, Sean. The answer is this. Do you have any other questions? Yeah, who's the founder of EXP? Oh, it's Glenn Sanford. And it gave me a whole rundown of his bio. How many agents are with EXP? Why is EXP a good fit for me? And it answers the questions. It's creating these conversations. You guys get this, right? We want more appointments. We all do. All we need to do is create more conversations. So again, this is a mastermind, and I want to learn from you guys. I do this selfishly so that I can really keep my finger on the pulse of what's really happening in real estate. And I want you to think about your last 2 or 3 listings that you've taken. How did you get them? Where did they come from? Somebody share with me. Andrew, take it away.
Last 2, one was expired, one was an attorney.
One was expired and the other was what?
An attorney, like probate, but not probate.
Okay. And so it was a referral from the attorney. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Andrew, let's kind of drill down on that real quick, because I think we've all kind of got our minds around how expireds work and why that's a great method. Yet let's talk a little bit more about probate. And again, guys, forgive my appearance. I'm traveling today. I'm on vacation. So I'm just relaxed. All right. So I hope you can deal with that. Yet tell me about how you got in relationship with that attorney, Andrew.
He's given me listings in the past, me reaching out,
Well, yeah,
me
let's back
reaching out.
up. So obviously you didn't know them since you were born. So
Right.
how did you meet this person?
By advertising, by talking to them, by advertising to them, see if they could always need any help, BPOs, whatever.
I love it, Andrew. Okay, so give me a sense of how that dialogue went. Did you have a script? Did you just kind of play it by ear? Did you?
Basically, at the time, this is years ago, basically it says, "Hey, Sean, this is Andy. Hey, if you ever need anything, I am sure you're working with a few other agents, but if you ever need anything on the fly, give me a call. I'm willing to do whatever you need as soon as possible."
Right on. So you just come from contribution. I'm here to help you. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the bottom line. Trust and probate attorneys, they don't have access to the MLS. They don't understand how to do CMAs. They don't get that, right? So they need a leverage position themselves, just like we all do. So you can become that leverage for them. And I want to share a very simple script with you guys. In fact, I'll post it in the chat here in just a moment. Yet it's so simple and so easy. Let's say you're a probate attorney and I call you and say, "Hey, Andrew, it's Sean Kokoska with Icon Coaching with eXp Realty." And as a full-time professional realtor in our market area, I'm sure you can imagine that from time to time, I come across clients, past clients, people in my sphere of influence that are in need of a probate attorney. And I'm curious, Andrew, are you taking new clients at this time?
I am.
Fantastic. Hey, Andrew, when can I stop by for just 5 minutes? Quickly introduce myself, collect some of your promotional materials, and perhaps we could be of assistance to one another in the future. Is it mornings or afternoons?
Mornings.
Perfect. So I set up the time. I go by, I keep my promise. No more than 5 minutes. I'm going to introduce myself, collect the promotional materials, share some of mine, and then I'm going to get your cell phone number. Okay, Andy, I'm going to get your cell phone number. About an hour after the appointment, I'm going to drop you a text that says, "Andy, thank you so much for your time today. I really enjoyed meeting you. I look forward to networking with you in the future." To which you respond, "How?"
Hey, that's great. Probably would say, "How can I help you?" or at least thank you for thinking of me. Something
Fantastic.
to that effect.
That's exactly right. So I look forward to networking with you too, in essence, right? And so then a couple of days later, I'm going to follow up by phone. Okay. I might drop you a text saying, "When do you have just 30 seconds for a quick conversation?" Oftentimes you do that and your phone immediately rings, right? They call you immediately. Or they say, "Can you call me at 3 o'clock today?" Perfect. I'll call you at 3 o'clock today. So you set an alarm on your phone and the alarm goes off. You call them at 3 o'clock. And you say, "Hey, I just want to let you know that I've added your contact information to my buyer presentation, my listing presentation. I'm going to send it out in my next newsletter. I just wanted to let you know that I've got my eyes open for you." Now, who do you know right now who's looking to buy a home, sell a house, or invest in real estate that I could call today? Okay, this is such a simple strategy. And there's nothing that says you can't have 15 CPAs, 15 probate or trust or divorce attorneys within your recommended list, right? 15 painters, 15 landscapers, roofers, plumbers, electricians. Guys, this is a great way to build a business. It's done through networking. See, everything that I've ever gained in my life has been because of a relationship. And I think you would all agree. Everything that you've gained is because of a relationship. You guys with me? So creating more relationships, and this always has been, it is today, and it always will be a relationship-driven business. So this week, I want you to focus on leverage. Okay, model, systems, technology, people, but I'm really talking about the people. I'm talking about your vendors. I'm talking about the people who benefit through your production, yet they're not real estate agents or brokers. You guys with me on this? All right. I got to jump to my next coaching session. Guys, we're at the bottom of the hour. I went 2 minutes over. I apologize for that. Yet keep showing up. Okay. Show up every week. In fact, invite your teams, invite your rev share groups. Guys, this is all about improving your production. Okay. And then tomorrow we do a call that's all about building that residual, that passive income through EXP. So show up tomorrow. That's at 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you all for your time, your attention, your focus. Until we talk again next time, just be on purpose, be productive, be powerful. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.
If you would like to hear more masterminds, hit like and follow us on our social media channels. If you would like to be part of our mastermind session, click the link in the description and join us on our next Accelerated Breakthrough Plus Mastermind.